Imagine you are sitting in your room. It's so quiet. But right now, the air around you is filled with hundreds of radio stations, music, and news. You can't hear them, but they are there. To hear the music, you have to turn your radio to the right frequency. Your life work exactly the same way. The life you want, the great job, the healthy body, the happy family is already in the air. But if your mind is drawn to the frequency worry and the frequency like sadness, you will never hear the music of success. The book, The Secrets, tells you that we are all living magnets. Everything that came in your life, you attract it because of the frequency you are spending out with your thoughts. So today I am going to show you exactly how to turn your mind to the frequency of the life you deserve. In simple words, the law of attraction says like attract like. So if you are thinking I am always broke or job are so hard to find, you are actually ordering most of all those problems. So it's like a giant mirror. The universe says yes to whatever you think about the most. So let's say you are a pharmacist looking for a new role. If you focus on the feeling of signing a new contract, you imagine the feelings of a new office. Even if you haven't got the right job yet, you stayed on the frequency of having it. So it's a right way. And if you are spending your day thinking about the how many people applied for the same job and how hard the exam is, you are focusing on the lack. So remember, the universe doesn't know if you are imagining it or it is real. So it just responds the feelings. So there is the three-step process, and the first step is ask, which means the order. So think of this like a shopping list. So if you go to the store and say, I want something, you get nothing. So you must be specific what you want exactly. I want to earn 100,000 per month, or I want my needs spend to disappear completely. So you write down exactly what you want. Write in the present tense, I am. And the next second step is belief, which means the trust. So this is where most people fails. So you must have unwavering faith. Think of a seed. When you are plant a seed in the ground, you doesn't dig it up every 5 minutes to see if it's growing. You know it's growing under the dot. So if you have applied for a visa or a license, stop checking the email with fear. Act as if you are approved is already printed. So in the third step, there is a receive, which means the feelings. So to receive, you must feel good now. So you cannot be unhappy today and expect a happy tomorrow. You have to practice the feelings of having what you want. So if you want a new car, sit in your current car and pretend it to has a leather seat and the speed of your dream car. Enjoy the drive. So the power of gratitude, which means more. The fastest way to change your life is a simple tool called the gratitude journal. So, if you are not grateful for what you have today, the law of attraction cannot bring you anything new. You know why? because the frequency of being ungrateful is a lack. So it say, I don't have enough. So in health, let's say if you are feeling sick, you don't focus on the pain. Instead, be deeply grateful for the part of your body that you are walking. So say, thank you for my heart that pumps blood without me asking. So say, thank you for my eyes that let me see this video. When you are focusing on the health, you attract more health. So it's like a medicine that costs zero money and have no side effect. Many people think the secret, which means you just dream and do nothing. That's a mistake. So when you align your thought, you will get intuitions. So maybe you are suddenly feel like calling a friend you haven't spoke to in a year, or maybe you see a post on the LinkedIn and then feel like it's talking to you. So that is the universe moving. So your job is to take the inspired actions. So when the door open, you must be the one to walk through it. So your life is in your hand. No matter where you are today, whether you are struggling with your career, your health, or your family, you can change it by changing the very next thought you are thinking. So you are the author of your own story. So start writing a better chapter right now. We have talked about money, health, but what about the people in our lives? The secret explain that the people are like mirror. If you focus on what you are dislike about your boss, your spouse, or even your child, you are actually ordering them to show you more of those bad traits. So imagine you came home for a long shift at hospitals and you are exhausted. You see your home is messy, your child is being loud. If you think my life is so chaotic and no one help me, so you are sending out the frequency of resentment. The law of attraction will respond by making the child louder and the house messier. So, try this tonight. Take a piece of paper and write down 5 things you appreciate about the persons. So, you just have to write, I am grateful that my child is healthy and full of energy. And the next one is, I am grateful that my partner worked hard for us. When you focus on the good in the people, that actually start to change your behavior towards you. So it's not magic, it's you changing the signal you are sending them. So when you change, the people around you have no choice but to change too. Stop talking to the small-minded people who says it's too hard or too expensive. So stop watching the news for an hour before bed. So instead, feed your mind with the success stories, watch video of the people who have already made the move, read book about the growth. I want to challenge you to the 30-day experiment for the next month. Dedicate a 10 minutes every morning to visualize your dream career and the 5 minutes every night to gratitude. Consistency is the key. So you won't expect to go to the gym once you have a perfect body. So manifestation is a muscles. You have to train it every single day. So if you commit to this for 30 days, I promise you, the door will start to open that you didn't even know exist. So if you have the knowledge, you have the tools, and now you have the secret. Your journey to a better life doesn't start tomorrow. It starts with the very next thought you have. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more insight on career, health, and the power of mind. I will see you in the next one.